Okay, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hello, hello, and welcome to Show and Tell, the most fun you can have on the internet these days for free. It's me, Lady Ada, with me is Mr. Lady Ada. We're broadcasting live from the Ada Food Factory here in downtown Manhattan. We design, test, ship, manufacture, QA code up all the wonderful goodies you know and love in our little Santa's workshop of electronics. But this is the half hour for everybody else to come by, visit us over the cyber webs, and show us what they're working on: hacking, 3D printing, coding, sewing, stitching. We would love to see it. Let's start off with some Ada for Peeps and move right along to everybody else. Get out of here at 7:50 because we need 10 minutes to set up for our next show. So please take 2 or 3 minutes when we call on you to demo your thing. Let's start off with JP. Hello.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hello.
Hello. Hi. So if you can share my screen, I've got a little demo I want to show of this turtle bot that I'm working on. This is a Circuit Playground Bluefruit and a Cricket, and I'm using the Adafruit Bluefruit app to control the motors. I've got 2 DC motors there with those nice big orange wheels on them, and so I can spin around and go backwards and stop. And
watch out.
Whoa, hey, watch out. Oh, and let's see, am I still on camera? I am. And I've also got some of these buttons just programmed for some color changes on the LEDs for fun. So there's about 3 spare buttons on here that you could use for other stuff that you want to plug into your Cricket. So there's actually quite a lot you can do just with our little D-pad and 4 buttons there on our bot. And this is a sort of super easy, crafty bot that's based on a little cardboard platform that things are mostly just Velcroed or double slip tape to. And this is kind of a cool suggestion that Lamore had for me, which is using one of our little 5-volt lipstick style chargers, like a phone charger. And then we have a cable here that is a USB to 2.1 millimeter DC jack. So that's what's powering the Cricket, which is powering the motors as well as the board itself. So it's all sort of nice and self-contained, and it's rechargeable. We've done a lot of projects in the past with Cricket where we used alkaline AA batteries to give it enough oomph to do what you wanted, but this seems to work really well, and it's rechargeable, which is cool.
Yeah, you can use it to charge your phone after you're done. Well, it's a lovely little turtle bot, well and themed with your goose and turtle adventures. You basically have an electronic zoo.
It's so pastoral around here. So I'm going to make some modifications and additions to this guy. Maybe get some better, slower speeds too. And there's some cool suggestions that PT had on maybe adding adorable flippy floppy feet. So I'm going to have fun with that. I'll show it on my show tomorrow, and then I'll be writing a learn guide so people can do their own. But super cool that we can do Bluetooth on our Circuit Playground Bluefruit and with the Cricket.
All right, I'm going to be playing some previews about your show, a Make Code Minute, and more. And of course, your show is live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, JP's workshop.
And it'll be neat once we have like remote code editing. Then you'll be able to actually code your bot and watch it move around. That'll be really neat. So this is we're preparing for that.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing. I mean, one day I'd love to do logo stuff on here and in real time have my bot doing stuff.
Yeah, you'll actually type in like RT90.
This is the best time to be a beginner. If you're an expert, you're probably like, man, it's taking forever to get here. But if you're just getting started, now's a good time. All right. See you tomorrow,
cool.
JP.
Thank you, JP.
All right. Next up.
Okay, next up, let's go to Melissa.
Oops.
Well.
Hi.
Well, you're into the circuits. No, just kidding.
So I've been working on a display driver for these displays. This one is using SPI, and this one's using I2C.
They look so
they're on the
similar.
same driver. Yes, exactly. It's the same demo, same driver, but they're one's going with that I2C, one's SPI.
And can you get like the REPL on there too?
Yeah. You want me to show you really quick?
Yeah, why don't you hit Control-C there? Because that's always fun to show when you like type in. And
right now it doesn't like it that I have 2 CircuitPython.
Oh, no, it's totally like, why are you doing that? You do.
I'll show you as just one of them.
Yeah.
Here, I'll unplug one, and then...
That's one of the tricks we made with Moo is like, make it so you could. Let's see if it works. Live demos are tough, especially unexpected live demos.
Oh, there. I was just confused for a second. And then all I need to do is that and save it.
Okay,
Let's see.
maybe I asked for too much.
Let me
All right. Well,
plug it back in here really quick. Sometimes
I can always come back.
I don't know. I guess it's not.
I asked for something that we were not ready for, so it's my fault.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's okay. I know it definitely works because you posted photos from last night.
Right.
Okay. Well, you'll just have to believe me or look at the guide. You can get REPL on it too, which is super fun, I think, because it's like gigantic, chunky, bright colored lights. All right, more display stuff
you
coming
so much,
from Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. Let's
All
go
right,
to
next
Brian.
up, Brian. And Brian's circuits.
Howdy. So last week, I think it was last week, I posted showed some pictures of the circuit board for my Droid Depot droid that I've been hacking on. That's this board. The picture makes it look especially small, or especially big, but it's not all that large. Whatever, you can't see it in focus. But what I have been doing after getting all those photos stitched together is reverse engineering the schematic, and so I got pretty dang far. So I think I've got it probably 95% figured out, with the caveat of there's a mystery module on the back side of it that has a part number that I can't find hardly anything about. But I know what it's connected to. It's also got a bus going to the NRF of some sort. Don't know what exactly yet. So I'll have to do some sniffing of that. But generally speaking, I think I've got, I know what all is connected to what. Fortunately, the easy to program thing, relatively speaking, the NRF over here is hooked up directly to H bridges that control the wheels, the motors in the wheel and the head. There's also, I think, some sort of way of sensing the current rotation of the head mechanism and a couple of other things. I think the LEDs, some of the LEDs go in this other chip. So I should be able to, at the very least, get it rolling around and spinning its head without knowing what this other chip does. But once I can get my hands on a second droid and get the code dumped off of it without erasing it first, then I can start actually reverse engineering how the code works. And, when I press this button, what happens, what goes over what bus and stuff like that. So yeah, it's I'm excited. Hopefully I'm going to get something to show off at SuperCon.
All droids, all the time. Nice work.
All right, thank you so much, Brian.
Droid repair station. Next up, Noah and Pedro. What's extruding this week?
Hey, so folks. This week, go over to the overhead. Yeah, let's do that. There you are. And so this week we are updating quite literally a project we had to dust cobwebs off of. So a couple years ago we did this really cool toaster flying little pendant, and it was updated recently with CircuitPython. Dave Estelle did a cool job on getting some code over to convert it over. So we designed a nice little enclosure for that. This is the 1.5-inch display. So got one for the 1.3. So adorable, so tiny. We got the cloud bright animation running on that guy. So we have two versions of this you can build. Definitely recommend probably doing the 1.5. You've got to be pretty dexterous to get all the components inside here. 3D printed enclosure, all snap fit together. We got the Itsy Bitsy M4 inside here. If I can open it up, you can see all the components in there. Got a little 150 milliamp hour battery with the LiPo backpack on there. So a nice tiny little circuit sandwich inside there. Nice little pendant wearable that you can adorn your neck with.
I think that's cute.
Yeah, it's so awesome, especially the 1.3. It's so adorable.
I know, but it's so hard to use.
Yeah,
I like that we've updated it. It was originally an Arduino with the Pro Trinket, which is good, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But very hard to customize, very hard to program, and now it's all in CircuitPython, and you can easily change the sprite maps. Like it's literally a bitmap. So if you don't like flying toasters because there's something deeply wrong with you, you could have it and be any kind of animated sprites.
Who doesn't like red?
Yeah, it just goes through the sprite sheet and just displays them. So
Exactly.
it's a cool hack.
Yeah, it's so cool. So we got a full hour on 3D Hangouts. You can check out all the CAD design, and Noah does a cool walkthrough of all the code and all that. So definitely check that out. Of course, you can get all the files and modify them. You got the Fusion 360 file, step files, so you can make any sort of themed wearable pendant.
Yay!
All
Right.
And we'll be playing your videos, the sped up and the how-to this week on Ask an Engineer.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, next up, Phil B.
Next up, Phil B. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. I almost
There you
as a werewolf, but time was short, so you just get me today.
That's fine.
Anyway, so we got the TFT Gizmo thing in the shop, clamps on top of Circuit Playground Express. So this has like a crazy number of pixels, and we've been like, well, how can we get like some good animation going on there? And I went looking in the Arduino, our SAMD core, and I found a huge bug. And it turns out there's a SPI bottleneck that I fixed. It's not in the 157 SAMD core for Arduino, but whenever 158 happens, anything that uses SPI on an M0 board, so that's Circuit Playground Express or Hallowing M0 or any other like Feather M0 board, SPI goes a lot faster. So graphics, SD card, anything like that, it's just kind of automagic.
Yeah.
Work better.
Yay. All right. Yeah, we went from like 6 to 24 megahertz.
Yeah, big boost there. So.
And 24 is like technically illegal. You're like not supposed to do it, but we do it anyways because
it's only like this much illegal.
it's definitely a little illegal. Yeah, I think in the data sheet don't do this, and we're like, we're going to do it anyways. I think maybe reading data, it's not so great, but for writing data, it's fine.
Yeah. So anyway, whenever the next board release happens, that'll just be
Yeah, maybe I'll bump it tomorrow or something, but that is a super neat. And then we can do some TFT Gizmo. The first Gizmo actually was designed to be 128 by 128 pixels, like the Halloween M0. But then these lovely 240 by 240 displays came out, and they're so much nicer. It's like the same price. You get 4 times as many pixels, and it's an IPS display. I couldn't say no. Like I was like, you know what? Go big or don't go Gizmo. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, whenever you suddenly have 4 times the pixels, it's a challenge.
Okay.
That much.
But now it's 4 times faster.
Right. Exactly. So.
Okay. So more TFT Gizmo stuff coming soon.
Yeah.
All
right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Fair Dragon.
Right,
Okay. Next up.
Emily and Mike.
Emily. Thank you for waiting so patiently.
Hello.
Hi,
What you got going on?
folks.
Hey, so you gonna talk? No?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you talk.
So Emily built this box, and she dyed the fabric herself.
That's
And
fine.
then we put a special secret inside.
Oh,
She hit the joystick on her Pi Gamer,
okay.
and there's a chance it's gonna. Hold on. Try again. There we go.
Yay.
Oh, this is cool.
Put it back up. I don't know if you can read it. It says happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. That's cool.
She put a little rocker on the bottom, so we might motorize the box in a
Uh-huh.
configuration.
I love it.
That's cool. There's a little bit of weight on
It was fine
the.
yesterday, and then we were practicing earlier, and I might have pulled a wire out or something. It's not always working now.
That's
all right.
okay. You'll figure it out.
Since it's on rockers, if there's enough weight on the little flag, it could even tilt forward.
Oh, yeah.
You might be able to.
I was gonna put another stepper, have us do another stepper, and have like a
Like a stick.
and have a little stick that made it go up and down.
Yeah, check out. We actually just
Yeah.
did a project, the dumpster fire project, which shows how to do that. We put a skewer stick, like when you make like chicken skewers,
Oh, okay.
and we just glued that onto the servo horn, and then when it moves, it tilts the dumpster open. So that could be a technique you can use.
Cool. What do
I
you think?
really like the fabric. It looks beautiful.
What do you think, Em? Is that okay?
Thumbs up.
Shy.
Thumbs
Good
up.
work. Well, email support@adafruit.com, and you have plenty of room for an as seen on the show and tell sticker. You can put it on the flag, you can put it on the side. You got lots of room, and we will send you out a sticker.
And as you make more cool projects come by, they don't have to have electronics in them. We like all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Good work, Emily.
Good work, Emily.
All right.
So good night.
Not so bad either, Mike.
So tired. It's late.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
She worked so hard on this project, man. Give her a break.
It's daylight savings. Okay.
All right, next
Next
up.
up, we're going to go to Floyd, and then we're going to wrap up
Floyd.
with Roger. Hello, Floyd.
Hi, Floyd.
Hi.
Okay.
So this is my control box. I was hired to create this for seamanship training. And let's see, if I hit side lights, you'll see that we have NeoPixels, and we also have a ring, because the Coast Guard regulations require that you know where the lights are located as an indicator on the ship, and then also you need to know the angle of dispersion from which you can see the lights. And in addition to that, there's a cord here that connects to a model to turn on the appropriate lights when you plug it into the model.
So this is made to train people when they set up lights on their ship where they can put them.
No, this is so. Let's say you're a deckhand on a tugboat, and you see another ship. You need to be able to read the different lights.
Oh, so you know which way it's going and which way it's facing based only on the lights.
That's correct.
Okay.
And you need to know. You need to be able to look at the lights on that ship and interpret. It's a tugboat. It's under tow. It's in the. It's has a casualty in the engine. Any number of different things. And then the other thing is up here we've got the. Looks like it's a little bit bright. I'm not sure how well it's showing up. But the cabin lights need to be able to change from white to red to blue. And so you'll see here.
Oh,
That's really cool. Floyd.
that's nice.
And how was this in the past? Because the electronics probably make this a lot easier. I imagine it was a lot of like manual switches, and it was a lot bigger, and it wasn't portable.
Well, so I created a model of the tugboat that's 3 feet 9 inches long, and it's got all of the NeoPixels in it at the appropriate locations. And then you just plug this into it to turn those lights on
that's great.
and power those lights.
So you don't need an actual tugboat. That's a lot easier to tug around.
Well, and many of these students have never been on the water, so they're seeing the tugboat for the first time in the classroom.
Okay, that's really helpful. If you're allowed to, send us a note about this project. We'd love to post about it. But either way, send us a note, and we can send you an SC on the show and tell sticker. And,
I'll be glad to do that. Yeah.
So it can survive the outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you anything about the school.
All right. Outstanding. Good work.
All right, that's awesome.
Thank you so much, Floyd.
I love the little button. It changes the colors too. That's cool because it's a good way to quickly train through all the different effects. You know,
All right.
that makes
Next
sense to me.
Virgil. Hello, Virgil.
Hello, Virgil.
Hello. Okay, I'm unmuted.
Yes.
I was on a couple of weeks ago or a month or so ago, and it was the first time in a couple of years. So I thought I'd show you what I've been doing in that time.
Okay.
And as you can see from my shirt, I'm into amateur radio.
Okay.
And that's what I've been doing. So
that's fun.
Okay, there's my pieces of my station, my on-air sign, my where's this going?
I like your call sign, Willem.
Actually, that's my meat space name. So W1, and then we got the Ferengi School of Business. I'm active in Aries, the Amateur Radio Emergency Service. So I wanted to make a portable pack. So I found this thing, which is an 18-pound bag box of detergent, and inside I was able to put a 17 amp-hour battery out of a Harbor Freight battery charger, little power distribution box, watt meter, and that's a 2 meter 440 70 centimeter radio, which I can turn on. So there it is.
Well, if it's in a bucket, you can just pick it up and move it anywhere you need.
It's an 18-pound bucket of detergent, and the battery weighs 15 pounds, so the rest of it adds up, so it holds up. And then on the top here, I've got a voltmeter with a couple of USB ports in it.
Oh, funny. That's so
you
cute.
can charge your phone if you want it. And then this button here, an Adafruit button you'll recognize. try not to blind you with the lights, but I've got some LED lights there. You
Yeah.
can see that's lighting up
Also
the
smart. Yeah, you're like, you need to be able to see what you're doing in there.
dark. So that's my emergency kit, and just wanted to show that off.
That's great.
My T-shirt, by the way, says "Ham Radio, where it all began." The first transmission, wireless transmission between Teddy Roosevelt and King Edward VII, was made from Wellfleet on Cape Cod, which is what this is. Wellfleet's about here. I live about here, so that's we're steeped in radio here.
All right, that's right.
Outstanding. All right. Well, you have plenty of room on that bucket for Essing on the Show and Tell sticker. So if you want
I
to
do.
support
I've got
that.
one more thing. This is my roll-up portable antenna. This is a this does 2 meters and 70 centimeters. It's got a piece of coax. I can roll that up and hang it off a tree or off a wall, and able to make whatever contacts I need to. So,
all right, sweet.
Once again, my life is better, and I'm a better person because of Adafruit.
Oh,
Good.
well,
Well,
thank
you
you.
make us better people too, and I like that you're rocking the Massachusetts shirt, and I like that you're volunteering to help other people with areas. That's a good use. If you're going to learn a skill, that's a good way of using the skill to help others. And it the oceans are only going to get higher, and I think Wellfleet's going to be unfortunately one of the first places to go. So a big hurricane could really take out Cape Cod. So luckily it's protected, but still.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Virgil. Thank you, Floyd.
All right. That is our show for tonight. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone,
Mike
for
and
making
Emily.
this the best 29 minutes of our week every single week. We'll be here next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Ask an Engineer starts in just a few minutes.
I really want oysters now.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.